How do you get her in the water?
This is Donovan Lewis. Below this bridge lies a creek that Donovan has trudged across to hide a suitcase.
At 0920 hours, we have connected to the suitcase.
It's just laying there.
A suitcase with his dead girlfriend inside. Behind closed doors, Ania and Donovan's relationship has been spiraling for months, pulling investigators into one of the most tragic domestic dispute cases Michigan has ever seen.
Jag började psyken. Så var man glad om. Så var det rätt.
On June 28, 2018, 24-year-old Ania Mac's friends and family finally accepted that something was very, very wrong. For 4 days, they hadn't heard a word from her. Not a text, not a call, not a social media post, which was completely unlike Ania, who was a social butterfly. After days of reaching out to every friend or acquaintance they could think of, they knew it was time to speak with the police. One of her close friends called the Kalamazoo Police Department, requesting a welfare check on Ania, which led them to her apartment complex, where Ania's close friends waited to meet with police and show them through the apartment, along with her roommate, Cora.
It's unlikely to just not answer the phone, it sounds like.
If anything is going on, I'm like pretty much the only person that she has here besides her family. But like me and her, we have been best friends for 24. I'm only 24, but we have been best friends our entire being, basically.
I got friends like that.
And it's driving me real crazy that if anything was going on, she would call me. If nobody, she would call me, I know for a fact.
Police get a brief background on Ania and learn that she's far from the type to run away. Dedicated and intelligent, Ania had just landed a job working with autistic children, which she balanced alongside getting her psychology degree and participating in her church's choir. She was always busy, but always reliable, which has some officers on the scene scratching their heads and looking immediately towards foul play. And when you suspect a disappearance is involuntary, the first place to look is always with the boyfriend. Which brings us to Donovan Lewis, Ania's boyfriend of just under a year. When police ask her friend about the relationship, the answer he gives regarding their love isn't exactly glowing.
Have there been any issues with them that you know of?
Yeah. There's been several occasions that they went back and forth and had arguments. I know one time the police was called.
Say they ever escalate the violence, really?
He threw water on her several times. He took off in her car when she came out. She was getting ready to talk to him. He rolled her arm up in the window like to drag her down the street.
Donovan was far from a model boyfriend, and according to Ania's lifelong best friend, he could get physically violent. Just as police are writing their first suspect on their list, Ania's roommate Cora arrives to let them inside.
When was the last time you were here before?
This morning I came back from work around like 6 and I went to the movies and I came back here.
When's the last time you saw her?
Not before Saturday. I left home for graduation. I graduated Saturday.
Okay.
And then this is her room right here. But someone was here today because they turned on the air and they put some clothes in the washer. When I was gone, like I thought maybe she came. But
Have you seen her boyfriend around here?
I haven't seen anybody, honestly. But I left for the weekend, so I thought maybe she just went home. But I really haven't seen her.
Nothing looks out of the ordinary in here. Obviously, boyfriend probably this day.
Roberto, go check boyfriend's mom's place. Do we have a phone number for boyfriend?
I don't know if there's probably one in the eyelids too, or from him.
Yeah, let's check with the roommate, see if maybe he's got something.
On the way to check in with the roommate, law enforcement walk by the washer and dryer, where they make an unsettling discovery. Soaking wet clothes, recently washed, that belonged to a man. Keep in mind, at this point, Ania had been missing for 4 days, and that's not the only strange thing waiting to be discovered inside the home.
Yeah, somebody definitely came in today, for sure. Because when I left, the air wasn't on.
Does her boyfriend ever come over here and do any laundry or anything?
Yeah, they always do laundry together.
Okay.
So it's not like out of the ordinary.
Does he have a key?
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like somebody was here because I don't think he has a key. Usually, if he's coming, like I'll leave the door unlocked. Like if I know he's here, or like she'll leave the door unlocked. So I don't really see her.
Cora wasn't home for the entire weekend because she graduated from college and was back home celebrating with her family, which meant whatever happened inside the home happened away from the prying eyes of others, possibly even behind a locked door, because in the bathroom, detectives make another discovery.
Can you ask her to use the bathtub in here? Hey, Jerry.
What's up?
Can you ask her if she uses the bathtub? It's like full of water.
The bathtub was full of water, up to the highest level, but it was undisturbed. There was no blood, no signs of a struggle. It was as if someone had gone to relax in the tub and simply vanished. But something else in the room painted a different story. The fact that the bath mats in the room and the towels that were usually hanging on the rack had all been put into the washer, along with the men's clothes. Armed with information about the scene, police leave to go speak to Ania's boyfriend at his mother's home. When they arrive, however, they're told he isn't there, so they wait. And as they wait, they trade theories on what happened to Ania. And if you love cops trying to solve crimes just like this one, subscribe so we can keep bringing you more.
I think it's just a little fishy. He's the only person we haven't talked to.
Yeah, so why? She's gonna end up calling in the morning.
I hope so. Where the hell's she been at though? Both of her cars are here. Boyfriend has no car. Her best friend, her parents, her god sister, her pastor. She's been at work.
And from what other people have said, has the boyfriend been around her the last couple of days?
Well, he claims he hasn't seen her since Sunday either.
What about talking with her?
Yeah, I need to get that from him.
Do you think this is an actual? Like an actual missing person?
Well, nobody knows where she's at right now. She's missing.
Like, okay, well, I mean,
Do I think that she's endangered? No. Absolutely not. We've got nothing to lead us to believe that she's endangered other than the fact that boyfriend was an asshole at one point.
Is that just a dispute that you were talking about, or like a DV?
DV, but they didn't find it.
It was, I don't know. There's still somebody coming and going from the apartment. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
But like roommate hasn't seen her in almost a week.
The guy she.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to speak to mom. I gotta call mom back. Apparently, she just called me back. Her other male best friend, who I think he's, on the other side of things, he hasn't seen her, heard from her. Her roommate hasn't seen her, heard from her since Friday because she was out of town all weekend.
What about, you got any friends for this suspect? The boy?
We haven't got that far yet to get into his friends.
Yeah, I feel like this show must just be detectives.
Yeah. I definitely think this is detective reporting like now. So I think something fishy's going on here.
And that something fishy is about to make itself very clear, because in the midst of detectives standing outside Donovan's mother's home, discussing their thoughts on the case, he suddenly arrives, and he has a devastating admission.
What's going on, sir?
Just tell me now. 660. Can you come to the apartment, please? Where is she? Her old boyfriend. He's reporting at 2:35. Where is she? Where at? Right. You got any weapons on you, John? You get that down. Alright, I gotta read some stuff to you real quick, okay?
Just like that, police have their answer. Ania isn't alive. She didn't just run off like one of them believed. She wasn't kidnapped. She had been murdered by the man whom she trusted. But as you're about to see, trust was a constant issue in their relationship. Police quickly read Donovan his rights and cuff him.
From the beginning, what's going on? Hey, give me 1 second, okay? 613. 6 was here, right? So, 6 1 standing. Last year, you required my last traffic. We got my custody in your basket.
I got back in town about a week ago, or 3 weeks ago. On the 16th, I found out I went to her phone, and I found out they were messing with her. I try to get over it. Told her it's okay. I understand what you did. I respect that you took care of yourself. before, and we had a great couple weeks. And recently, Sunday, we had an argument involved because I just moved back, so I don't have a job. I don't have money. The week before, Sunday, or maybe in 2 weeks, I don't know, she told me, you know, you're not doing enough. I told her I could call my dad, ask for some help, and whatever. And she just raised some passion and told me all this shit, told me everything. Alright. Saturday, Sunday came.
Let's have a seat in the back of my car real quick.
Yep.
Hey, sit tight, okay?
That sigh says everything, but this cop has no idea how much more is left in the story. Wanting to get the admission on camera in the interrogation room, the police quickly transport Donovan to a nearby station for questioning, because at this point, they have two questions. Why did he kill Ania, and where is she?
What's going on?
He just had a rough week. Last week, the car at the pastor loaned it. Back tire that went flat.
Was that right?
And it was a slow week, so we had to keep filming it. Then on Sunday, Valley Lake House, she went to her church. She went outside, and the front tire was flat.
Think it's what it's doing? Or think the car's just old and the tires are bad, or what?
I don't know. For the last 2 weeks since I found out about that, I just been kind of almost I having dreams.
Since you found out what the tires going flat?
I found out that whatever she had going on with the pastor.
Oh.
Yeah, when she got the car, she told me, I can't figure out. She told me, you know, she got her car, we like her bought the car for the church. And recently she told me after I kind of told her I want to have a sit down with her because he ended up picking her up. Apparently he threatened her.
Pastor threatened her? With the car, why?
Because she was using him. She told him she would tell him. He said, you can't do this to me.
How was he using her? Like they had a relationship or something maybe?
Yeah. I went through the phone.
Who's the pastor? What church?
Second Baptist, right there by the bus station.
Okay.
Across the street. I went through the phone. I went through the phone before I even left Kalamazoo. Well, I came back to Kalamazoo for Mother's Day, and I went through her phone. She tussled with me about her phone and all this. She died on her phone. Kind of got in like a fetal position with on her knees and her hands and saw that it was the pastor and saw me say everything. And she kind of just gave up. And gave him the phone. And the message said, hey, love. Yes, I'm like, what is going on? And she like, nothing. I mean, he said she, like, you think I'm messing with my pastor, just that and third, I would do this, I would do that. So she told me to leave. And we dated, obviously going back to Indianapolis. Dating before I was going back to Indianapolis anyway, so I'm just like, that's crazy. She's like, that's just too much for you to think that something like that. And the whole time she basked and grinning. And she gave me the phone, she was grinning and laughing. Because she know, okay, if I do make that accusation, she could have that reaction that she had. Just think about that after you find out. But when I left Indianapolis, I told you, I was working at Woodside Academy. I was working trying to save up and move to Indianapolis just in case we didn't work out. And I told her, she kept telling me she didn't want to deal with me, she didn't want to live, you know, whatever.
Donovan and Ania had been together for just under a year at the time of her death, and for the entirety of their relationship, things had been rocky between the pair, and also rocky in their independent lives. Ania struggled financially, affording college and her apartment rent, and when her car broke down, life became downright impossible for her. So much so that she reached out to the pastor of her longtime family church, Strickland, to ask to borrow his car. Why would a pastor give a young woman his car to borrow? Well, let's just say that allegedly, Pastor Strickland was all about sharing, and I ain't just talking about sharing the word of God.
Life.
I really don't know what happened, man. That's way out of my hands. My life, the very beginning stages, and the way at the bottom. It just step by step, you'll get all of your questions answered eventually. Waiting on detectives to come in.
After nearly 30 minutes in the interrogation room, detectives covering the next shift arrived to get down to the basics of why Donovan did what he did and how.
Hey, how are you? Karen. What's your first name with?
Donovan.
Donovan?
Hey, Donovan, I'm Gary.
This is my partner, Gary. Yeah. See, that's
Want a different chair, Patty?
Yeah, I would like a
Yep,
different chair, if we have it. How old are you, Donovan? 25? Okay, what's your ID there for, bud? Oh, you work at Stryker? Okay, what do you do there?
I work on BioClean.
BioClean?
BioClean.
EnviroClean? What do you do for them? Oh, okay, good. Good. How long have you been doing that? Oh, that's much better. Year and a half, you said?
Week and a half.
Oh, week and a half. Okay. All right. Well, my understanding based on talking to the officer there is that you want to talk with us. Obviously we just got here, so that's why it took us a little bit. Sorry you had to wait.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. But what do you know? What's going on tonight?
I just got off work. And I did what I did.
What time did you get off work? 3 a.m.? Okay. Where did you go when you left work?
Straight to her apartment.
Who are we talking about? What's her name?
Anaya Mac.
What is it?
Anaya Mac.
So tonight when you got there, was Cora home?
Sure, I just came and put the keys down and just walked out.
Okay. You have a key to the door though?
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you got there, what happened with you and Anaya?
This happened Sunday.
This happened Sunday? It didn't happen an hour ago, 2 hours ago at 3 a.m.?
No.
Okay. What happened on Sunday?
We had a bit of an argument about a bunch of things.
What kind of things?
The main thing was me getting over her messing around with a pastor.
Oh, okay. So she's cheating on you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that happened. I found that out June 16th. I made a video, recorded it. Going through her phone, recorded, going through her blocked messages, her deleted messages, whatever. And I saw him say a few things one time on the 5th, and then another time on the 15th.
What kind of stuff was he saying?
Well, one of his statements was, I believe it was on like the 5th, was, I'm trying to give you the best you ever had. And then on the 15th, with a few texts between that time, he said, hey, I didn't know your phone was off. I guess you had it blocked. So I understood her doing that while I was away in Indianapolis. But once I was there, I don't appreciate it.
Where were you away in Indianapolis?
I was working with my brother for multimedia, basically doing like an internship though.
Doing what?
The internship with my brother.
Ania had been attending her church, Second Baptist Church, for several years and knew the pastor Strick Strickland well. And she wasn't the only one. Strick Strickland, which is shockingly his real name, allegedly had very close relationships, specifically with the young men and women in his congregation. In 2020, not long after this case, he was arrested and charged with engaging in sexual relationships with members of his congregation in exchange for money and gifts. And it seems that he began one of those relationships with Ania, who was desperate for cash in order to finish her education and continue living in her apartment. But the depths of their relationship and what Strickland was doing behind the curtains doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of what Donovan here knows. But for him, the texts he saw on Ania's phone from the pastor were enough.
Well, I went through her phone. She jumped over her phone, tried to cover it up, and she kind of jumped over her phone in like the fetal position, put on her knees, and she got a text message before that. We were kind of arguing about whatever, I don't remember, but we're kind of trying to build trust by allowing each other's, try to have each other's passwords, and for her to jump over her phone and do the extra stuff. I knew something was happening.
Yeah.
And I opened the phone and said, "Hey, love." And she kind of got in a fetal position and looked through her phone and said, kind of held it. Once she seen that it said something that couldn't be, totally, it could have been innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't have been? It could have been innocent, but it was 11:30 at night.
Right.
And she gave me a phone, smiled, and laughed. And I think she knew what my reaction was going to be.
And that was Sunday?
No, that was like Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
Around that time. And I guess me finding out everything now, it kind of really hurt for her to smile on my face in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, why would you think I would do that? Anything like that to it like this, that, and third. And she told me to get out. And she's like, "I can't talk to you ever again. This is BS." And it's like, I can't believe you would say that or believe something like that. And I'm just like, it's not a big deal. I'm sorry. I won't question. You again, I know how that feels. That's messed up that you would do that or talk to younger pastor in that way. That was something that just kind of came back.
Okay, so that was in May. You guys had that argument. Did you leave?
Okay. I left. Yeah. She didn't like the fact that I left.
Back in May, nearly 2 months prior to Ania's death, Donovan saw a text on her phone allegedly from Pastor Strickland, referring to her as love. When questioned about that as part of this investigation, Strickland brushed it off by telling police that he wasn't the Pastor Strickland she had been texting. She had actually started an affair with another man, and she had put his name in her phone as Pastor Strickland, so Donovan wouldn't be suspicious. Dudes will do anything except admit they're cheating, won't they? Because keep in mind, not only was Pastor Strickland pastor, but he was married.
So the Mother's Day was kind of when you confronted her, just so I'm understanding about this pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the pastor?
Pastor Strickland.
Strickland?
Strickland. Second Baptist Church, kind of way behind the bus station.
Yeah. Okay. And so you confronted her in May, right around Mother's Day when all that happened, and that she drove you over to your mom's.
Mm-hmm.
Did you stay at your mom's after that?
Yes, with my mom.
Do you know how many days or how many?
Sure, but I ended up I believe right back to my brother. He had his daughter had a birthday party here.
Okay. And you rode back to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then when you're in Indianapolis, what's going on with her? Are you guys talking, or
Yeah, we're talking back and forth.
how do you guys talk? Do you text or?
Yeah, everything. We're basically together.
Do you use like Snapchat or Facebook Messenger or?
Everything really.
That's how you don't talk to her in one specific way?
No.
All right. And so then when do you come home again after Mother's Day?
I came home. Can't remember exactly. Definitely the beginning of this month.
Okay. And you know what month this is right now? What month is it?
June.
Okay. So then you come home on June 5th. Where do you go when you come into town?
Well, she actually came and picked me up
Where'd she pick you up at?
from my brother in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. So she drove you all the way home. So were you guys getting along at that point?
Very much.
Okay. Had the whole Strickland thing been resolved at that point, or how did you feel?
It was resolved that night when she told me that, how could you believe that? How could you forget something like that would happen? So I let it go.
Okay.
And, kind of still had it, speculation.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I have videos of my phone, pictures in my phone of her.
Do you have your phone on you right now?
They took it.
Okay.
What do you have pictures of?
Yeah, what are the videos and pictures of?
The pictures of deleted and blocked messages on her phone. She broke her phone, and that was one of the favors, I guess, the past week gave her. It's a phone.
So you took videos and pictures of her phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
like screenshots of her phone?
And, video. I got my phone, her phone too.
All right.
So I have a video and picture of everything.
Okay. So what ends up happening? You get back. What you thought? June 5th. I mean, when do you guys talk about this again or have another confrontation about it?
Until I ended up finding out June 16th.
What'd you find out on June 16th?
That's when I took the video of the phone.
Okay.
Is that when you heard about giving you the best you ever had? Okay. And that was on the 16th?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm Gary, but
Yeah, you know, it's an
I
officer.
appreciate the respect. I really did. Thank you.
So so on the 16th, you confront her? What happens?
Basically, she sleep. I stayed up all night, kind of just drinking and watching a movie while she's sleeping. She had to go to work in the morning. She wakes up, at that time while she's sleeping, I'm kind of going through her phone. I kind of stay up and just figure out what I wanted to do about the situation. And I kind of let it go. Just talk to my dad, get good advice as far as don't jump off the rail.
Right.
You just move back. You know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just have clarity. And I'm like, yeah. But I've been back since the 5th. It's been 2 days.
Yeah.
I see these messages. It's kind of tough. So I hold my tongue. When she gets up, she knows with her father that I'm, shaking up, and I kind of make up a story. I'm shaking up. And,
What'd you tell her?
I told her something about just I believe it was something about my niece. My niece is missing.
Okay.
Came out.
You think she believed you?
She did believe it.
Yeah.
So she called me when she gets in the car. And she tells me, you know what, I don't know what's going on with you or whatever, but you have to be out and please be gone by the time I get home. So I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah.
But I kind of hinted at it like, this is messed up. Like, what I know is messed up. That's already, but I just didn't want to tell her. I just keep it to myself and let it go. And just move forward. But her telling me to leave and, I can't do this with you no more. Well, go here, because it's a new phone. The pastor, I don't know if I believe it's a pastor that gave her the phone, new phone, because she broke hers.
You don't know him?
I don't.
Never met him?
Never met him. Well, I met him. Yes, I have met him.
Where's it?
I met him at like a church event,
Okay.
like a church kind of quiet event.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, she gets in the car and she called me and said that, and I'm like, okay, we'll go to your settings, go to block messages and see what I see. You know, you'd be like, well, oh, how can you do that? You know, and then she kind of just doesn't respond for the first few hours of her work on the phone. So I sent her the messages.
Oh, you sent off from your phone?
I sent her a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of calling them like, this is why, you know, this is messed up. I understand what you had to do. You had to get your rent paid. You had to get, you know, this, that, and the third. That's fair, you know, because I left town and I was supposed to be there with you. I was supposed to be here for you, be here. And she decided, you know, I'm gonna leave this man on, do this, that, and the third, but.
She told you she wasn't going to see Strick anymore?
No. She kind of just tried to blow it off, not talk about it.
Mm.
And, you know, it popped up. You know, of course, next time church comes around. A couple weeks ago, she went to church, and she told me she only wanted to go to church for choir, because she was practicing for choir.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, once he got up this week, I left. She said, I want to be there. I don't want to be around her anymore. I'm like, okay, that's fair. I understand. Next week comes around, you know, she wants to go to church still. And I'm like, how could you sit there and listen to a man that, for one, said this stuff to you? You know, how could you listen to a man that does that or says this to you?
What other stuff did he say to her other than that?
The main thing was that she told me is that he threatened her. He told her, you can't do this to me, you can't blackmail. She blackmailed him basically and said, I'll tell if you don't do this, you don't pay my rent, don't help me out. So
It's important to note that there is no actual proof that Ania was blackmailing Pastor Strickland. At the very least, she knew about his history and his desire to convince young members of the church to trust him with gifts, money, and all expense-paid trips. Ania took advantage of that by urging Pastor Strickland to help with her rent, fixing her car, and even more. All the while, people lined up in the pews to hear the word from the godly man before them.
the thing she's been telling me too is that she had a flat tire maybe like 2 months ago. And she said Pastor Strickland helped out. Pastor Strickland wrote her a check for her rent.
Sure.
And Pastor Strickland paid for the trip to Mississippi.
When did she go to Mississippi?
The weekend before she came and got me from Indianapolis.
Okay. So before June 5th, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was the trip to Mississippi about?
Choir and
Okay.
special guest. I guess he was a special guest.
Some event they were doing.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys talk about that? Him paying for the trip? And then what happens next? I mean, you guys are obviously, this is kind of hanging over your head, right?
The main thing is that she was like, the main thing that I went through her phone again. I'm like, why would you delete the messages if this is the case?
Right,
You know,
innocent.
and she's like, well, here's a check, you know, in his name. I went to Mississippi, I didn't pay for any of it. She's like, I've had the church car for 3 weeks, you know, and I believe maybe she got a car note paid as well.
Oh, you paid her car off.
Now, as we stated earlier, Ania's car had 2 flat tires and other mechanical problems, so Pastor Strickland, out of the kindness of his heart, loaned Ania a car to use, but not just any car, his wife's. And while you may be feeling for the poor woman who had no idea her husband was being unfaithful, maybe hold back those feelings until you hear this. At Strickland's 2020 trial, he admitted that he paid young men from the church to engage with his wife in their marital home. So allegedly, she wasn't a woman left in the dark. She knew exactly what kind of extracurricular activities the pastor was into.
Sunday came. We had a little argument about getting the car fixed because I'm like, it's been a week if you had a handle with Pastor Street and you had this loaner car or the church's car, why didn't you have a handle? I could have been called my dad and got some money,
Right.
and you know, promised to pay it back. And she just wasn't having it. She was pissed. She was mad, and then she got a lot worse when she went outside and saw the car had 2 flat tires instead of 1. So she comes back in the house and she's crying, or she starts crying because I'm like, let me fix it, let me do this. And she's like, no, I don't need you to do anything. And she starts crying, like hysterically, like I don't know, like she had to be there for some reason almost. Like it was an agreement by her and Pastor Street when she wasn't there or something. Like I don't know.
There meaning at church?
I don't know. I'm just saying that she was crying.
Okay.
For whatever. Like,
and you don't know why?
There's no reason for her to cry about, you know, maybe missing a day at church.
Right.
Can we go back to, obviously, Anaya is no longer with us, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And obviously at some point you and her, something happened between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what I want to focus on. I get all the other stuff going on, and Patty and I both, or Karen and I both appreciate this, okay? We understand how tough this is for you. The important thing now is that we get a good idea of what happened. I understand the stress you've been through and maybe the way she treated you and some of the things that at your age you shouldn't have to go through. All right, and we can't take that back. But what I do need to know, what we need to know is what happened to Anaya, okay, and what occurred between the two of you and where she's at now. That's the important things that we need to focus on. Can we do that? What happened to her and when did it happen? Is it Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happened and where?
At the apartment.
At the apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me what happened at the apartment on Sunday.
So basically, you know, we're arguing about that situation,
Yep.
take care of the car. So she's in the tub, or she's running her bath water. The night before she twisted my hair up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm exhausted. You know, so I had to stay up and dry it. So I wake up, she jumps over me. We go to the store. I meet her at the store. We walk back to the apartment. Oddly enough, like she walked away from me, just walked forward, never waited for me. Left the stuff on the counter and she paid for it. I get back to the apartment. I'm still exhausted. I was gonna be on my way to my sister's house. I've been drinking already. She bought me a couple beers. So, you know, I drink one, lay down. I feel her over me. She's on my phone and she's sending the video to herself. So I get up like, what are you doing on my phone? And she kind of walks away into the bathroom. I'm like, what are you doing on my phone? And I look at my phone and I'm like, why are you doing this? And she's like, the same reason. Everybody, we argue about it. And she's like, you know, don't worry about it. It's that and third, don't worry about it. And I'm like, and then, you know, I press the issue to where like, okay, like, why would you do that? So she ended up telling me I did it the same reason why you did it, for the truth.
Then what happens?
And then she gets upset. She's like, if you're still worried about this, that, and third, you're worried about, you know, having a situation, you can leave. You know, she starts to grab my stuff, pack it, and, you know, she's telling me, like, I can't believe, you know, this, that, and third, I can't do this with you. If you really feel like I'm that bad of a person, it's, you know, you can leave. And I hit her.
Okay. How'd you hit her?
I punched her.
Where? With your left hand there?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Your face? Then what happened?
I don't know, I kind of panicked and, you know, she's sitting there unconscious and.
So you knocked her out when you hit her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she's on the ground and you're like, man, this is not good. Then what happens? You put your hands on her again at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
I basically went in the kitchen, got a knife.
Okay.
Okay.
In the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where were you at when you hit her when she was unconscious?
Right on the bed.
Okay, the bedroom.
And where?
Right on the bed. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously she's there. There's obviously a lot of blood, and at some point, you have to do something with the body, correct? Okay. And when did this occur?
A little bit after 5.
5 in the morning or 5
5 in the afternoon.
5 in the afternoon is when. Okay. So you the knife from the kitchen and
In the bedroom.
in the bedroom. Okay. And then what do you do with her?
I put her in the suitcase.
What suitcase did you put her in?
I put her in this big suitcase.
Okay, I know this isn't easy, but I appreciate the support. So you put her in a big suitcase and you do what with her?
Took her out to the trash.
Took her out to the trash? You put her in the trash? In the dumpster? Okay. Is that where she's at now?
No.
Tell me what happens.
I go to my mom's. We go, we wait, find, and, contact police, come here.
Did you tell your mom what happened?
So that was this Sunday, right?
Now, we've dug into Pastor Strickland a lot here because, quite frankly, when you take a position dedicated to holiness, you might want to try to follow the rules you're dishing out just a little bit. Instead, he did the opposite. But at the end of the day, it's Donovan who picked up the knife and took Ania's life with it, all because he saw intimate texts on Ania's phone from the pastor.
No, how'd you get her out of the car?
Kind of put her on a cart roller.
Rolled her?
She's still in the suitcase at this time, bud?
The suitcase has got wheels on it? Okay. And so you rolled her out there? And
She floated all the way to that point.
okay, so you put her in right here then, closer to the road. And then she floated over here? How do you know she floated over there?
I got in and sure.
Okay, you got into the water. And did you push her down? Okay,
Swipe her hair and pushed her one in.
all right. Did you go? Have you been back to check and make sure that she's there since that day? Okay.
If we needed to, and I don't know if we'll need to or not, if we need to, would you be willing to go show us where she's at?
I don't think you would need to.
And
You don't
just,
think you'll just do it?
and just be Gary and I.
And she's still in the suitcase, right? Or not? Or did you take her out of the suitcase?
She's still on the
She's still in the suitcase. Okay.
Yeah.
Buried?
Look,
What do you mean by that?
there's a little muck on top of the suitcase.
Did you put some muck on top of the suitcase? Okay.
But as news of Ania's disappearance spread, the place he hid her body seemed less and less secure.
Did you have to clean up the apartment? Because I'm just asking because when you we've been doing this a long time, so we've seen a lot of different scenes, okay? And when you when an incident occurs where someone's there must have been an awful lot of blood. Okay, what kind of, are we talking about a carpeted floor?
Yes.
Okay, and is there a tremendous amount of blood on that carpeted floor?
No, it's just one spot.
Just one spot?
Just one spot. And did you clean that spot up or what?
I tried to.
You tried to. What did you try to clean it up with?
What do you mean everything?
And so
Oh, how big of a spot is it?
it's not big. It's paper.
It's not bigger than this piece of paper? Okay.
Right when you walk in, it'll be right in front of you.
When you walk in the door, the main door of the apartment?
Her bedroom door.
Okay.
Is that door locked, or was that door locked? Is it capable of being locked? Okay.
Even as forthcoming as Donovan has been, police still have one very big question. How did the fight escalate from Donovan slapping Ania's drink out of her hand to him brutally taking her life?
Tell me where you're at. Tell me what takes you from, place to grabbing a knife and how much time between the time you the face to the time you go in that kitchen and grab that knife?
Almost immediately.
Almost immediately. So you face, she goes down, she's bleeding on the face, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna get a knife. Okay, so you go in the kitchen and you get a knife, right? Out of what? Is it laying there? Is it in a drawer? Where's it at?
So I'm
It's on a drying rack. And how long a knife we talk? We talking a knife this big? We talking a knife?
Long as the paper.
Long as the paper. So it's a big knife. Okay. You remember what the kind of handle it has on it? Black handle.
Is it like a knife that's wide like this, or is it skinny?
It's wide.
It's a
Big
wide one?
knife. Okay. So you grab that knife out of that drying rack and you go back into that bedroom, and where is she?
She's right in front of the bed.
She's right in front of the bed on the
bed. As she bed is there, she's like this on the floor.
She's still
on the floor?
She's still out?
Mm-hmm.
Is she alive at this point?
No.
No?
No.
You do something else to her?
Yep.
So anyway, do you think she's alive at that point or not?
She's alive.
She's alive. How do you know if she's alive?
She's breathing.
She was breathing? Did she say anything to you? No?
With a full confession, police took Donovan to the bridge where he originally tossed Ania from.
The suitcase, or did you bring her all the way down? All the way down. All the way down here? Okay, so you wheel her in the suitcase all the way down here? Okay. Can you park back up by where the SUV is? And how do you where the white truck is? Fit that way. And how do you get her in the water? You just threw her in the suitcase into the water. Okay, and this is the right spot? Okay, where do you want these guys to go? Straight. Straight down? Switch sides. The sun's not my no problem.
After several hours, they located the suitcase and removed Ania to be taken to her final resting place.
Can you get that, Mark? You got it? Then
Continuing his surprising theme of being upfront, Donovan admitted his guilt and pleaded as such to a charge of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 25 to 40 years behind bars, as well as an additional 17 months. Why the additional 17 months? Well, because on September 19, 2018, Donovan scaled two 15-foot-tall fences to escape Kalamazoo County Jail. He was found moments after his escape, standing on a street in just his underwear and sneakers. Donovan has a chance at life again, but Ania doesn't, all because he refused to just walk away. And he's not the only one who refuses to stay out of trouble. Ultimately, Strickland was sentenced to just 1 year behind bars for trafficking charges in 2020. Afterwards, he moved to Mississippi, where he became a pastor at a new church, a church that was willing to give him a chance, until 2025, when he was arrested for allegedly embezzling $90,000 from them. Our thoughts are with the family of Ania Mack, whose life was taken far, far too soon. We hope you enjoyed today's video. 85% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so if this is the kind of content you come back for, just hit subscribe. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. If you want to keep watching more, check out one of the most intense cases we've ever covered right here, or catch up on our latest upload right here.